Welcome everybody to our introduction to Google Classroom. I'm just going to go through a few steps, how to access, how to jump into Google Classroom, and how to mess up when you are trying to record something in your... Alright, a little bit more prepared this time. Welcome. We're going to go ahead and today for this video we're going to focus on not saying Okay, seriously this time, we're going to get started. Welcome, this is going to be your introduction to Google Classroom. I'm going to show you a few different things. Mostly we're just focusing on how to get signed up for Google Classroom in the first place. Purposes of this video are mostly just to introduce you, checking out the stream, the main stream there, and also some other basic options that we have to get yourself set up on Google Classroom. All right, this is how we're going to show you real quickly the app. You're just going to go around until you find your Google Classroom app. Go ahead and open that up, and if it does something like this, this is where you're going to have to do some troubleshooting. You're actually going to have to hold down on the app and delete it. Hit your home button so it stops all the shaking, and then we're going to find our Meraki. There's a S and an M on a little gray box for System Management Meraki. I'm going to open that up. You're going to go back to your backpack here. Actually, sorry, at the bottom, you're going to go to your apps. And you're going to go ahead and go down and find, you may have to refresh it a few different times in the upper right corner. Hit refresh, 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 until Google Classroom pops back up there in the missing section, right over here in the missing section. So then you can hit the cloud button there, and it should start downloading again. And it might take a little bit of time here, but it's going to hopefully go pretty quickly. And we go back to the main screen. Look, it's loading right there. It's starting to load. All right, now that we have it all finished up, we're going to open it up there. And it should pop up right away. You're going to get started. This is the first time you've opened it up. I would leave it here where it says sign up for emails about classroom feature updates. You can leave that checked or uncheck it. That's up to you. It should be updated automatically, so it's not super important. You're going to use your normal Google account. If you have one saved, you can just click on it. Otherwise, you'll have to type in your username and password, anything that you would use, the email that you would use to sign into Google. And Classroom would like to send you notifications. Make sure you allow this, because that lets you know that when I put new assignments up and when they show up. And then we are open in Google Classroom since I'm signed in, and once it starts loading the rest of the way. Since I'm signed into me, I already have a bunch of different passwords or different classes here. And so what you're going to do is go into the upper right corner where it has a little plus button, and that's how you're going to join a class. Right? Since I'm a teacher, I'm able to create a class. So you are students, you will join classes. And this is where you would put in the class code that we have up on the front of the board. All right, once you're into the main area and you've got join the class, you should have a list of different classes available. I'm going to go ahead and go to a class that I had set up last year so you can see a little bit more, at least some ideas of what things will look like a little bit from your end here. This is actually my perspective, what it looks like when I'm on here, but the stream is the same for everyone. What you're going to do is you'll start seeing through, if you go through here, you'll see all different things that have been attached to the stream here, things, announcements, questions, assignments, all sorts of stuff. And you'll be able to scroll down and look at those. You also notice some of them are different things here, like the clipboard is going to be an assignment. If you see, if it's just a little face there, that means it is an announcement. If you see something with a question mark, that's a question that we're going to be answering that day. We're going to start using this for our entrance notes here pretty soon. You'll also get to look in the upper left corner up here. There's a little hamburger there, I think. It's called a little sandwich, hamburger, whatever it needs to be. And this is how you kind of go through the classes that you have a little bit quicker. You also have an attachment to your Google Classroom. We also have things called topics. If you notice here, there's a little gray bar on a lot of these things. This is because I attached the topic Guided by a Cause, slam poetry, to this. If you go into the upper right here with this little top down, this kind of like upside down cone right here on the main page, you can browse different topics. So if we're working on an essay, an opinion essay, and you know that's what you need to work on, you would click on opinion essay, and these are all the announcements and assignments attached to that topic. Makes it a little bit easier to organize there. We also have the options over here. I'm going to call it the caterpillar, maybe. I don't know. That is just different settings that you want to focus on when it comes to your stream. Go ahead and play around with the different tabs. I'm not going to jump onto these right here because it looks different on my end than it does on yours. You won't have this little plus button here. But at a later date, we'll get into like how to attach assignments and things like that. But just kind of play around with the stream and get what you can out of it, and maybe play around with some settings and see what works best for you. All right, thank you. And that's all the basics. Thanks for listening. iPad, where are you going? No, don't. Okay, there. I think that's better. Okay, so now you know kind of the basics, and we'll be able to get in. Come on. Okay. And thank you for listening. Better not. Man.